YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I have a very small pickups video for you here. I was only able to stop at 2 places today because it is Mother's Day, and I had a bunch of stuff to do with my family. We went out swimming with my son, and then went by a Goodwill, went by a Value Village. At the Goodwill we actually found some things, and the interesting part to it was too, we also found this gigantic play set that's like basically like a play kitchen, but it almost looks like a real kitchen, like it's made out of like wood panels and stuff like that. It's super cool, and we ended up buying it, and I had to fit it into the car, and it wasn't fitting. I was trying to take it apart, and that didn't work. I didn't have the proper tools, and it was just a big hassle basically. I ended up chucking this gigantic play kitchen into a cab that was a van, and had them drop it off at my house, which was a lot easier than what I was originally trying to do, which was taking it apart without the proper tools. So that all being said, that all convoluted kind of thing, I only was able to make the 2 stops because by the time I got all that sorted out, it was around lunchtime. So the first place that I stopped was a Value Village. There really wasn't anything there. There were a lot of people that were there. There were a lot of people probably showing up because they were having a sale today. Unfortunately, the sale's not on anything that I want, which is all this retro video game stuff. But there were a lot of people there, so I'm sure people that were going through probably cleaned the place out, or it was well cleaned out, or there was nothing there to begin with. So there's nothing at the Value Village, but I moved on. I went to a Goodwill, and I actually found a couple items here, which is pretty amazing because haven't really been able to find a ton of stuff, but it seems that when I do find things, there tends to be, you know, a substantial amount of things there. And I didn't pick up every single thing that was in the store. There were a few common titles that I just wasn't that interested in, and these aren't the world's greatest titles, but pretty interesting. The first thing I'll show you though that I picked up, which is not a game, it's actually a game system, is this Sega Dreamcast here, and pretty cool. Essentially I paid $9 for this because it was 10, but it's 10% off, so I basically paid $9 for this. It's in good working shape. It came with all the cords and everything. I did test it out as far as powering on. I haven't tested it plugging in yet, but it does power on and seems to work, and it's really clean inside and stuff like that, so not too bad to find. Hard to find Dreamcast, generally speaking, as far as games go. I find more systems than I do games, it seems like, but this one's in great shape, and it may actually take the place of mine in a little ways down the road, so pretty cool right there. Pick that up for $9. Moving on, I found a few GameCube games, which nothing really stellar, but pretty cool nonetheless. Each of them were $4, but it was 10% off. I don't know why. I think it was 10% off everything today for some reason at the Goodwill. But when I looked at the receipt, there was 10% off everything. So that's the way it went. So just under $4 I paid for SSX3 for the GameCube. And it's in pretty good shape. I keep saying in my videos that it's hard to find GameCube stuff, and every time I say that I seem to get more, so I'm going to say that again. It's really hard in my area to find GameCube stuff. Things like Legend of Zelda and a variety of other ones. So, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if that magic actually works, because my reverse kind of thinking on this keeps popping up with things I'm not expecting, which are GameCube games. So SSX3, which is pretty cool. I already have that title on PlayStation 2, but you know, I like snowboarding games, so I'll probably end up keeping that one. Another game that I have on, I think it's the Xbox, is Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. That one's also $4. It's also somewhat complete. It doesn't have the actual manual, but there is an advertisement for Nintendo Power in there, and it has like the precautionary stuff, but it's actually missing its manual. Not that big of a deal though. The disc on this one is relatively decent. It's not great, but it's not horrible. I'm sure it'll play. And another GameCube title I didn't have, so pretty awesome right there. And then a title that I did have, but I picked it up anyways, is R Racing Evolution. Say that right? For the GameCube. And this one here actually comes with 2 discs, which is kind of interesting. It comes with the game disc, which in my recollection, this one's in pretty good shape. Not too bad. Came with the manual, which is really nice. And then it came with a bonus disc. Now, I do have this game, and the bonus disc in mine is Jimmy Neutron something or other, I don't know. But this one's cooler. It's Pac-Man Versus, which is in pretty decent shape. And the funny thing is, if you've been watching my videos, I actually picked Pac-Man Versus up the other day. Let me just grab that and I'll see. So yeah, the other day I picked up Pac-Man Versus and Pac-Man World 2. It's like a dual pack. And there's the disc right there, it's Pac-Man Versus. So let me take a look here and just see. Yeah, that one's not in as nice shape. So I'll actually be able to upgrade that one and try to find out. I think in this R Racing Evolution game, I think that Jimmy Neutron game is supposed to be the one in there. Obviously, whoever owned this put the wrong disc in here, but a bonus for me because that's actually a disc upgrade for my copy here, which is really wicked. Moving on. Again, I paid, I think it was probably $2 for these ones. I'm not totally certain. The reason why was I was trying to deal with that kitchen thing I was explaining before, the play kitchen, and my wife was actually using my debit card and just paying for this stuff, so I can't remember exactly how much she actually paid for these. I think it's probably just a couple bucks. So the first one here is Lost World Jurassic Park. Pretty cool. It's not in the world's greatest shape, and unfortunately there's a crack right there. It's not major, it's like a hairline kind of crack, but there's a crack in the case, which is kind of brutal because this case is, as you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, the claws actually move. So it's actually built into the case like this special, whatever it does to make it reflect like that. So unfortunately, not a thing I can do about that as far as fixing that up. But the disc too is not in the world's greatest shape. It could be better. I'll have to clean it up and see if I can get that off. It seems very, very smudged, but hopefully it's not too scratched up. It doesn't look too bad though when it comes to that. Yeah, so pretty cool. I don't know a whole lot about this game. I've never played it before, so that's cool. I don't have it in my collection, which is even better to get something for my collection that I didn't have already. The next one's Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. And this one here is complete, has the manual inside there, and the discs are pretty mint. They're actually perfect, so just a matter of getting the stickers off of this and cleaning it up a bit, and it's going to look like brand new basically. Just a hair on there, but otherwise a mint disc as well for the second disc, so totally complete. Again, I think it was a couple dollars. I'll put the proper price up when I look at the receipt again. And then finally, something that I don't think has a ton of value, but I'm a huge fan of this, I guess you can call it a series. It's a puzzle game, but they've come out with different versions of it. It's not Tetris, it's Bust a Move 2, arcade edition. So addictive it should be illegal. That's what it says. Disc is not too bad a shape. It has a couple of scratches. Most of that's just smudging and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome right there. If you haven't played Bust a Move games, you should. I got the Bust a Move for SNES the other day, and now I have this one. So super pleased to pick this one up again for a couple of dollars. You can't beat that. Essentially all that stuff that I just showed you, which is the 3 GameCube games, the 3 PlayStation games, and the Dreamcast system, I ended up paying $30 for. So pretty wicked deal all around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.